Good afternoon, everyone. It is Christine here with Thrifty Thursday. Now, the sound you can hear is the rain absolutely pouring down. I'm sitting on the covered outdoor deck here where we're staying in Malakuta, and a storm has sort of rolled in and it is absolutely raining. Now, I love the sound of rain, particularly when I'm all snug inside or snug in bed. So I thought I'll do an outdoor rainy video. Hopefully you can still hear me, and I'll keep talking quite close to the phone. So hopefully you can hear, and hopefully the rain's not too much of a disturbing sound. If it is, I guess you could always watch this with the sound off, because it will be a feast for the senses, well, for the eyes anyway. So yep, the rain's coming down even more now. So I popped in, and I only had a 5-minute window in the op shop today because we were just coming home from the beach after a lunchtime walk with Travis and with Alex, and Alex is still working through to Friday this week remotely, so he had to get back for work stuff. He'd taken his little lunch break and back to work, so I had a 5-minute window to quickly pop into the op shop. But I made good use of my 5 minutes, but I hope you think it will be good use when you see what I've got. So, oh, and I've lost one of the little things I had. Let's see if we unearth it somewhere along the way. Oh, there it is. So the upcoming project for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery is treasure hunt. And one of my boards, or one of my mood boards, and one of my pieces is all going to be burgundy and browns and golds. So I picked up a few treasures that were just in loose in a little bowl near the doorway, and I thought, oh, these are great little holiday treasures that can also go into my piece. So I've got this lovely, and it's almost like it's been carved, it's a plastic, and I guess it would have been a mold, but it almost looks like a carved burgundy, and it's just a lovely size, lovely shape, and it's just got that beautiful flower detail. So I definitely grabbed that one. And I think altogether all these little bits were like $3 or something. She just sort of said, oh, I'll make that $3, just rounded it up to the closest amount. This one's an I guess we'd call it an orphan earring. It looks quite old by the clasp on it. It's got Tropic written on it, and then a very small maker's mark stamp. So I'll have to have a closer look at that one. But again, I thought I'll be able to add it into my piece. I'll be able to sort of stitch it in using its clasp, and it's just got a really lovely little design. Let's see if we can get the camera to pick that up. Not sure. So that's a nice little one that can go in. This one would have been a little scarf clip, I think, and again, just a nice little symbol to add into the piece. This would be, I don't think this is a particularly vintage piece, but it's a lovely little lady here, all carved out. What are these called? Sorry, my brain's just gone totally to mush, and I can't actually remember what these pieces are called. But you'll know what they are, and you'll be all shouting it out at the camera. But I thought that was cute, and then it's got little pearl beads around it. So that could potentially go in as well. A beautiful worn wooden button, so that could even go with the burgundy bonheur piece, because I'm going to have browns in that. And I just love that I can see all the wood and the little tiny dots in the wood. Hopefully I'm holding that in the right spot. And then a little filigree silver, but it's a little bit tarnished, but that doesn't worry me for this upcoming piece. And so that's just a little necklace, so I'd probably just use the pendant component, although who knows, we might even use some necklace chains as well, particularly if you've got broken bits. Now, this one I immediately spotted and went, oh yes, I'm going to have that. It's like a toile style sort of design, so country scenes and little castles and bridges with looks like little Pied Pipers sitting on it, little windmills. And it's got some nice burgundies in it as well, so I thought it could be lovely, and it's woven. Someone's obviously then turned it into a little placemat, I think, or a little table sort of dresser piece of fabric. But I thought that was really, really cute, and it's got the browns and the burgundies, so I think that's a definite contender for the burgundy bonheur piece. And then they had some various upholstery samples, so they're the ones that you can tell they're a sample because they've got their little cardboardy bit round the back, and they've often got a hole or two in them where they've been clipped onto something. But I liked these samples particularly because they were 100% cotton. And so this is just a lovely ticking, which is great. Always nice to have those bits of ticking to put into our designs. And then this one was a lovely larger print leaf design with greys. Again, 100% cotton. This one, I don't know if it is. I think this is, it's got a little lacquer band tied up with it. Doesn't have a label on it, so I think this was probably just a piece of upholstery. But again, it's really, really nice. And you can even cut sort of like sections of it and almost use it like a ribbon as well. So that's an idea if you get those ones. Some more beautiful little bits of the ticking. So again, 100% cotton. So it's really, really lovely. Woven, not printed. I'll just take that little bit of tape off it that's sticking on it. And another one as well. So just a variety of designs of the ticking. Another one that's similar to that leaf design, but with large format flowers on it. Again, 100% cotton. And then another one. It's just a really nice feeling, like you'd imagine it like as a curtain or a potentially a chair covering or something. But really like the silvers on that. So that could even go in with my my blue piece, which will have silvers and whites as well. And then another one, I don't know, will this be 100? It doesn't feel like 100% cotton. It doesn't have its label on, so not sure. I think this one had a bit of staining on it as well, but we'll give it a little wash. See what happens. I'll have to take the cardboard off, but that's quite easy to remove. Let me just show you. So super easy, usually just to peel off. You might need to get a bit of water if some of it doesn't come off easily, but usually you can just sort of tear it off. Put that on over here so it doesn't blow away. And then a big roll of various upholstery fabrics. So Sonata seems to be the brand. Oops, almost dropped some things off the balcony. So Sonata's the brand, and this one's a polyester and cotton, but that's okay. And then there's just various design colorways of the same design, and it seems to have a sort of a backing on just the one at the bottom actually. Oh, it's just backing along the very back of all of it, and then there's a really quite long sizable piece, which will be nice to be able to use. And in fact, that's actually doubled over as well. So it's quite a wide and long piece. So that was great. Oops, I just dropped one of my little buttons, but that's okay. We'll pick that up when we're done. Didn't go through the balcony, so that's good. And then some lovely little doilies. I just quickly rated the doily selection. And so these were actually, it was funny. I went up to the counter of the lady that was looking after the op shop. Or thrift store or charity shop. I know they're called different things in different places. But she said, "Oh, these are mine. There used to be a tablecloth in the shop, but someone came in and bought the tablecloth, but they didn't want to buy the little serviettes or napkins that go with them." So, but I was very happy to take these. Lovely little just applique and then just some stitching. I think pretty sure these are just machine stitched most likely. So there's 4 of those, and then there are some nice little Scottish thistles. My dad's family's originally from Scotland, so I always keep an eye out for Scottish things. This one I think has to be an Irish linen. It's got a little stain over there, but that might come out in the wash, or another little stain there. But just lovely if you've got a green piece of work where you want to bring in some of those green elements, that could be really nice. Or you can use it as a border and just put something in the middle over where the stain is. Possibilities are endless. Now there's this little one which I thought was very cute. Someone has hand stitched care on it, and then it's got some other little bits. It's got a little hole in it, but again, lovely stitching around the edge, so you could use that sort of scalloped edge on something. You could use a corner of it. You could cut out the care, so I thought that was sweet. And then these ones are, I'm pretty sure, machine embroidered, but some nice yellows and browns. And Christina from Christina Creates, I was thinking of you for this one, because you're planning a sort of the yellows and some other colours as part of your Roxy Journal of Stitchery. So I might even throw that in with your little pack. And I thought these other little yellow ones, I could throw some of those in as well. And then there's just these ones with a little cross stitch motif on it, but it's just a lovely linen. So I often get these, and as you might have seen in one of my videos, I made a little door hanging that had my slow stitch snail done with micro mosaic style, I guess sort of applique, but not the one where you not needle turn applique, just the raw edge applique. And then on the other side I had my busy bee, and that hangs on the door of my craft room, which is also my work from home room. So that was a great little easy to do project, and I incorporated one of the bits of embroidery that I had in that one in it as well. So they're just nice to use in things. This one's got some lovely, absolutely gorgeous design. It's got a little bit of staining up there, so I'll be interested to see if that comes out. But just look at the painting with thread on this. It's absolutely delectable. So I'll bring it up a bit closer to the camera. It's quite grey here, so I'm hoping you're getting enough light, but we are outside. We've had actually a few power outages. Malakuta doesn't seem to have the most stable power supply. It often seems to lose power along the way when we've been here. So yeah, we've had a few little moments where the power's gone out this afternoon, so it'll be interesting to see if it holds. But I thought that one was absolutely lovely, and the beautiful crocheting around the edge. Thanks Valita for confirming what I thought, which was that there's not machines that can do the crochet. So if you see the crochet, you know at least that bit's been hand done. But I know absolutely with this piece that the stitching on it has also been hand done. You can even see where it's just slightly coming away, and you can see the little ends where someone's manually tied the ends on that. So thrilled with that piece. I always look out for doilies now that are different than what I have in my collection, because I've got a lot of doilies that I can chop up for their constituent parts. But I loved this one because it's got the little flowers crocheted and sitting out from the main doily. So that's not going to be one I cut up, I don't think. I'll probably use it in a piece in its entirety. So that might even end up in my bountiful blooms, which will be more pastel colours. I'll just have to see if this is pastel enough, but I think it definitely could be. And yeah, the blooms would be perfect for that. This was another one, just a really, it's quite a dense design, but sits beautifully flat. And I just thought that was really, really lovely, and just a nice size, not too big, so it can actually be incorporated in a piece. So that one probably won't get cut up either. This is a beautiful linen. I guess it would have probably been a placemat. And it's got a little cup, and I guess a plate sitting behind it, and just some nice little hand stitching as well. So again, could keep it as a placemat, or you could cut out and use that section. You can also use these beautiful orangey sections as well. So that was a nice little find. And then finally, just a little cloth. It's coming away, so it's been well loved and well used, which I always like to see. And then it's just got some just some nice little hand embroidery painting with thread on it, and then some little cross stitches. It's interesting, it's got this little bit there and a little bit there, so I'm wondering if it was actually meant to be, maybe it sat on the top of something. Maybe that's why it's kind of eventually worn away down here. If anyone knows or can guess what, or maybe it wouldn't have sat that way, because otherwise the embroidery would have been on the inside. So if anyone can hazard a guess about what that would be, let me know. Don't know. And then to let you know, I took apart the pelmet from yesterday's Thrifty Thursday. And it was so easy to take the sort of inner lining, the bit that makes it pleated off it. That's actually really lovely. I've taken the threads out of that, kept the threads. I've taken the little plastic clips because they're going to operate as great little clips when I'm clipping bits of fabric together. And I won't have to use pins if I'm putting them over the edge. So I was wondering, oh, what could I use these for? And then I just tried it on my design. So they're going to be great for that. And then the fabric, once it was all unpleated, it's this massive piece of fabric. So I'm tempted to go back. There was a second pelmet in the store, and I just really love that fabric. And I'm thinking it might be nice to make some envelopes out of it. Some of my little fabric travel sort of stitchery envelopes. I bought one of them that I've made away with me. And it was great just to put all my threads, my current project in, and I was able to work on my current project in the car while we travelled down. So that is my Thrifty Thursday contribution. That's a 5-minute into the shop and out of the shop. And now I'll get these all sort of prepared and pop them in the wash. So I think it's a good day for washing inside at least, and probably drying with the heater on inside tonight. But I hope you enjoyed that little glimpse of goodies. I can also give you a little glimpse at the view while you're here if you'd like. Sorry, I'm just going to angle you up. And you can see it's a lot different. You can't even see the mountains in the distance now. It is definitely grey. There's definitely some wind sort of chopping up now that wasn't there as much before. But the rain has really set in. So we were lucky we got that little walk with Travis the dog at the beach. He got to have a very good gallop amongst the waves, because there's sort of an ocean beach besides the inlet. So there's the ocean side. So at least he's had a good run, and he'll now happily curl up and have a little afternoon snooze with his blanket on, I think. And I think it's time for a cup of tea and some more stitching for me. And if the power stays on, I might catch up on the Roxy videos from last night. Haven't watched those yet. But I hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to seeing your Thrifty Thursday purchases. Be sure to check out Martha Managros, and I'll pop a link to her, as well as Christina Creates, who I mentioned as well, and Valita as well, who I mentioned, and she's running her opshopcrafter hashtag sort of open collaboration. So check those ladies out. And I'll give a shout out in the description as well to a few other folks that you should check out. Some of the people that I watch. There's Arty Farty Annie, who I've mentioned. She is absolutely fabulous. And there's Cool Kooky Creations, which is Tori. So yeah, I'll pop some of my watchable YouTube stitchery buddies in the description, and have a look if you're looking to discover some new folks to watch. Check out Susanna from Vintage Blend Studios. There's so many, so one day I think I'll have to write them all down, make sure I don't miss anyone. If I missed you in that little roundup, it's not because I'm purposely missing you out. I just have a very poor ability to retain lots of information at the one time. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.